Here comes the Pussycat Dolls. I know you're thinking, what could this possibly be? But once upon a time in 2005, there was a group by the name of PCD. And Pussycat Dolls were these group of women that had these really kind of almost seductive songs that the radio ate up, and it got like 4 or 5 or even 6 songs that you probably heard on the air. And then they dropped another album and broke up. So the reason why I'm doing this group is because even though it may not seem like this fits kind of like a horrorcore or dim mentality of what I've been doing, I still don't think, if you had to choose between someone who liked that music and someone who didn't, you got to be able to make both of these worlds kind of lace up. So that is the thing. I thought, there's plenty of people out there, plenty of females who like the Pussycat Dolls. Maybe they did. Maybe they don't have a problem with them. And it's good to have some of these songs just in case. And really, the thing about this is that this album is not that spectacular. It really isn't. I was expecting, these songs. My biggest complaint about this album is it has way too much adversity. I think it's almost as if we're looking at people that not only do, well, they just plain don't know what they want. So they know they want something, but they just don't know what that is, and they know that as of this album, they're not satisfied. So, that's what a portion of the album makes up, and, that's just what it is. But, the songs that are good out of 12, which, I like 2 of them, it just isn't that mind-blowing. So, yeah, I mean, if they would have had more songs like the song Buttons, I would have really, been saying, yeah, they've got it. So I guess I could talk about the reason why the complaints, are so pervasive. That's a word. Really, they needed more songs that showcase the mood of these women, of the lifestyle of what they were doing. It really just seemed to be focused on you and her, and we needed more songs that are saying like, okay, I bought this new car, I'm going to go dance a lot, you're welcome to come with me. And I think Gwen Stefani has done that. People have done these sorts of things. We could have used a record saying, I need, it's Friday, I need to do something bad. Buttons is about the only song that really lets you know that we've got some of these kind of outgoing records. Don't Ya? Now that song, I'm sure you've heard that song, Don't Ya? The chorus is pretty much, one of the most overused songs of the past 10 years. And, the reason why I liked it is it's kind of an entryway, a light entryway into music that you should have been doing. So if you were kind of, you had like a real clean, preppy type image, this is the perfect song for you, because it would probably alter you the way you're supposed to. You would probably need another 2 or 3 things to get you to the point of like Tech 9 and everything, but it's good to, I mean, maybe you wouldn't, but it is good to have these sorts of records, just because first thing they're saying is, your woman's not as good as me, and, you know, that implies cheat. So, um, really, this is interesting. It's a topic that may not have been on the radio before this song. I'm not really sure. Um, I don't know if Avril Lavigne said it. I don't know if Madonna said it. You just have to look at some of these people. But you can't really smoke to this record. I would say maybe Buttons and Tainted Love would be some smoking songs. But that's about it. It's really just the singing. And there's a lot of cover songs on this album. So out of 12, you'd think I probably would have liked at least 4 to 5 songs, right? Well, no, because some of these are cover songs that have, been on the radio past, 30 years back then. And, that makes up a decent portion. So, like, Hot Stuff is one of them. And, that just screams 70s or something. But, there's other ones. So there's really only about 6 to 8 songs on this entire CD that are original. But, the production, not really that spectacular. I would have liked the song Beat, but, I just couldn't feel like the production on it just really was minimalist, and it just didn't turn out that well. So the unheard songs, these are the 2 songs. It was Don't Ya and Buttons, and then an almost song would have been Tainted Love if it would have just kept the whole song. It goes for about 2 minutes, and then it switches to a different one, which I've never liked. But the point of these 2 songs is, just looking at them, these are seductive people, and they have the idea to, get you in a mood that not very many women capitalize on. And so when you look at Christina Aguilera, is it her records that are like seducing you? That's kind of the thing. You just don't feel that. And, these women are good at, like, it's not just getting you perked up as much as it is, like, getting inside your brain and, hypnotizing you. And this is something that was really not seen very much often. It's just unfortunate that there's only 2 songs on this album that are good at doing that. You wish that instead of, playing with you and saying what you can't have, they would have let you know, like, hey, this is you're missing out. But so that's kind of what happened. And it's a very small entryway to what could have been. But they did drop another album. I don't know if it's as successful as this one. This one went like more than platinum. So when you get 4 radio songs, more than 4, it's usually considered a success. But don't be fooled, because most of these songs are just gonna try your patience. Trust me. So I don't recommend this album, but do check out the 2 songs I mentioned. Buttons has a really good production to it. I think that one's probably one of the more seductive songs in a while. And then Busta Rhymes is kind of like the surprise hit on there on the other one. So the score, I'm going to give this album a 1. I'll give it I like 2 out of 12, so I'll give it a 2 out of 10. And the future, Pussycat Dolls broke up. It's been almost 10 years since they've made any music. Is this album social? Now, I will give it a 4.5 social just because these songs may still have appeal to people who don't have the ear that some of us and some of my viewers are, some of my people are going to have. I don't want to say my people, but some of my viewers. So yeah, there's 5, 6 radio songs on this album. So that's like a beast for most people, but they're just not that good. Yeah, can it be topped? Absolutely. I wish that there would have been a second and third album that had as many hits and just seen super versions of Buttons and Don't Ya and Beep. Alright, subscribe for more fun.